But I could just say I feel the negativity from that community, at least from the top. You know, I feel like there is a negativity that's associated with me, quote, being bad faith with Destiny. And then when I say, what was I bad faith on?
Radicals?
Nothing but silence. Normal Finkelstein on TrueAnon said his mother was freed by Russia. If you ever said anything bad about the USSR, she would call you a traitor.
Like, I remember when Destiny talked about the tier list, I only saw the tier list thing. I didn't really know there was, I didn't realize they were watching each other. It's so much of each other's stuff now.
Call me a tanky, but I don't think the Harlem door was intentional. I think there is evidence that it was.
Oh, Mike's not a tanky. Nice job, Mike.
Have you seen the newer Destiny and Vaush combos? They don't seem to like each other. I think that Destiny doesn't like Vaush because Destiny is a jealous, petty piece of shit. And Vaush doing well offends his ego.
Definitely.
Because he's the walking definition of a Napoleonic complex.
Watch the projection here, boys.
Vaush.
And so Vaush wants to be friends with Destiny because he admires Destiny. And I think if you asked him that, he would admit it. But Destiny doesn't want to be Vaush's friend, but Vaush wants to be his friend. And if he has a problem with me saying that, please let me know.
Please, I want to debate. Please, I need the viewers. Please. Please debate me. Vaush,
do you think they don't platform you because you're an up-and-comer? That would make a lot of sense to Destiny. No, Destiny is opposed to the left, and he knows that I'm too effective at debating him and refuting his dumbass takes that he's scared. Basically, he knows that if he brings me on for a debate and he tries to bring up some fucking thing he Googled 5 minutes ago, I'm going to have the rebuttal to it. So he can't, like, beat me in a debate on policy. So he's got to do the other thing, which is attack me personally, circulate scurrilous and slanderous rumors, and just kind of...
Remember how every single topic we debated on regarding election outcomes, I was 100% correct on, and he was 100% incorrect on, despite the fact that he reminded me multiple times that I was just a stupid video game streamer. And he was mostly right about that. I did spend most of my time playing video games.
So wait, is this the original video?
I'm doing pretty well on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I did. The tier list. I forgot about this.
To get 802 likes on a reply is hilarious. As meanwhile,
Oh no! He didn't rehearse this. He thought he had more. He thought he had more. He just realized it. Oh no!
Wait, he's really getting this. This was all over the cringe political post tier list.
Do you see what he's gonna? Meanwhile, the main one only got 100 likes. I need to fucking
account. I post earnest tweets, not jokes. I'm doing pretty well on Twitter. It's fine. To get 802 likes on a reply is hilarious. As meanwhile,
Oh, Vaush mentioned that Mike was donating to the other
apparently deleted the tweet
out of spite. Mike called him dickless.
This was my reply to the original Destiny tweet, which was "Suck my dick, keep defending a fascist shit stain." Now apparently they had deleted the tweet. And then I said, yeah, it's so hilarious to all the Vaush stand specialty accounts also begging for Pepe La D's favor. I mean, these are accounts created by literal children, so it's not a surprise. Also, I'd like to make an offer to cringe political posts. Xavier Online. If you were 25 years or older, 25 years old or older, I will PayPal you $50. You are a child. By the way, if this is the way you approach politics, please do not watch my stream. Please do not watch my stream.
No.
Vaush understands politics better than everyone I've seen on Twitch. His strength is that even if he doesn't know something, his baseline framework for understanding the nature of politics is sound, and that gives him a base from which to make logical arguments when he doesn't have the theory to support his position. To put it another way, if you know how to form a good argument and question yourself, you can recreate Marx's analysis from scratch and arrive at many of the same conclusions, etc. as Marx without ever having read any version of Capital, and Vaush is the kind of person who's learned how to do that. This means he has the potential to grow into a really good theorist.
Mike is unironically being based here, because if your approach to politics is taking tier lists seriously, you probably shouldn't watch political streams. You have an unhealthy engagement with the topic. Now, I have a feeling that's not what Mike is saying, but he's almost right.
Politics is not entertainment where you have a bunch of like different actors in the politics sphere that you.
I like how Mike says this, yet he will viciously DMCA videos out there of him literally saying that politics is entertainment to him, that he refuses to engage at local levels because there wouldn't be high viewership doing it.
Like I like Bastiat. I like Destiny. I like Vaush. No, dipshit. That's not what politics is about, you
It's not what politics is about, you dipshit.
Stupid fuckface. It's about trying to exercise power.
How does Mike do that again?
And my politics is a socialist politics, which means I want to exercise power for the benefit of the worker, the disenfranchised.
Oh, he tried to read that one docs list of like the 80-year-old strikebreakers a long time ago, I guess. That's kind of like... that's kind of like doing something, I guess. He ran for office that one time when he lied about being a lawyer. I guess that kind of... he helped... I'm sure he helped the opposition there, I guess. I don't know if that's what he means by that, but... It's funny also how, like, we went from, look at how owned this guy is from the number of likes that I got. And then his next sentence is, politics is about the pursuit of real-world power, especially enacting a socialist change in the world. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. Anyway, look at this guy getting ratioed on Twitter. Wait, hold on. Fuck, I gotta watch the one thing one more time. Hold on, we're at 8:43. Oh my God, hold on, I'm sorry. This was just too good.
Then I said, yeah, it's so hilarious to also begging for Pepe La Di, so it's not.
Oh God, where was it? What? Oh, there was.
2 likes on a reply is hilarious. As meanwhile, and then
that should be a dono sound, dude. Oh my God. All right, sorry. Okay, going back.
It's about trying to exercise power.
By the way, the biggest point where Mike could exercise power is the local level, which he says he doesn't want to because it's not money in it. So much irony here, but yeah. Fuck, does anybody have that video? Because he's on stream admitting it, but he keeps DMCAing it anytime it comes up. He even DMCAs the streamables. If anybody has it, it'd be funny to go over that again. Destiny here. Oh shit, we have a non-DMCA'd clip. Uh-oh, hurry up before he gets to it.
Involved in the process. Seems like that might be more fruitful than having another one of these discussions that does nothing.
Okay. The reason why people organize around presidential elections is because they get tens of billions of dollars of free media. It's a unifying election that everybody in the entire country knows about, and it gives us a common language that we can reach more and more people. If you go into mutual aid stuff, that is inherently a very local action. If I go and do mutual aid shit, my audience will go from thousands of people to 50 people.
What?
Because they're going to all be in their own communities doing local actions and not doing anything that's oriented towards national politics.
Imagine missing the point of every single political movement in the history of your entire life so succinctly in one sentence. I can't even imagine a more perfect sentence to show how misaligned your priorities are if your goal is actual political power. Why would I want to do mutual aid when it would spur all of my viewers on to actually do better in all of their communities? I'd lose all of my audience. I'd have no money. Like, how perfect is this? It is the most perfect sentence I've ever seen in my life for somebody to just out themselves as being not in politics for power, but just for entertainment purposes.
What?
This is a defeating, and also, can we be real? Who's gonna turn? Can you show me?
I think Lucius Fox or whatever is the guy. Even he realizes how fucking stupid this is.
Lucid Fox.
Mutual aid streamers of people that just sit there discussing mutual aid all day.
What are you talking about? You can diversify your content. You can talk about more than just
Lucid,
that,
right?
Yep.
What?
Okay, guys. I mean, And my politics is a socialist politics, which means I want to exercise power for the benefit of the worker, the disenfranchised.
As long as he still makes money off of it, by the way.
The minority.
Lucius Fox works for Bruce Wayne.
As long as they're not too poor that they can't subscribe to a stream or gift subs, right? Not too poor, okay.
I have nothing in common with Bastiat, the gas attorney.
Well, of course you don't. That's because Bastiat actually passed the bar. He's an actual attorney. What would you have in common with him? Well, he's a lawyer, right? What? Oh, that's probably not the person he was going for. Sorry.
I have nothing in common with the anti-left N-word advocate.
N-word advocate. How much you want to bet I probably saw face-to-face and interacted positively with more black people in Georgia than Mike has in his entire fucking life? No, never mind. That's too edgy of a joke. I love black people, okay?
So, like, fuck off. And if that's what your politics is, you just stand for a whole bunch of people, you're an asshole.
Remember when he had that clip of Irrelevant? And he was like, look at this fucking nerd Irrelevant. Looks like Steve Urkel. Remember that? Or was it a Steve Urkel clip and he said, looks like Irrelevant? Where was it? Link the clip.
So anyway, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I just wanted to do a little call out segment here because it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Thank you for this. I appreciate this. There's so much gold in this. I like knowing that, because I try not to think too highly of myself, but seeing the fact that he must be visiting my subreddit every night. This guy probably reads my subreddit more than I do. I wonder how many people hate me. Like Demon Mama. I wonder how many people are like constantly like obsessed. These might be some of my highest like viewer hour people. This might be some of my best viewer retention. People talk about burning bridges. I'm not burning bridges. I'm building
making
fans.
Friends for a lifetime,
okay?
yeah.
Because these are some of my most dedicated, my most ardent viewers. These people will consume more content than any other living person.
Also, Destiny Stan started brigading this comment reply.
Oh, no.
They started brigading something here. Can't remember.
Not the likes.
Mike, you're unbearable. I'm here to make the scumbags mad. Oh, here. They brigaded this tweet.
Actually, wait. Can somebody in chat make me two separate clips of one saying, of one with Mike saying politics is to gain power, blah, 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 and then another one with him saying he won't do mutual aid because he'll lose all his viewers? I would actually really like that. I can shoot that off to a guy to tweet. I think it would be a funny tweet. Thanks.
They brigaded this. They posted this at DGG. I said, you mean Destiny is obsessed with me? And look at this. I immediately brigaded it. And
you mean beat Destiny in debates so bad he's still obsessed 14 months later? Damn. Who pops up? Twitch.tv/code Miko / oh no. I don't actually know if I've ever watched a stream before. Fuck. Well, I must have at least Hassan's up here, right? Oh my god. I need to keep tabs on these people more. Fuck.
Sus.
Listen, I don't have time to watch streams, okay? I don't know where these guys get all this fucking time. Are you on a new computer? Yeah, I am, but it should carry over all the Google, all the auto completes or whatever. I think. Because I don't think I've watched Code Miko
Mike versus Infrared. Yeah, that would be cool. I would watch that.
I was like, okay, clearly, yeah, they're not obsessed in watching my...
True, I watch Mike on incognito mode.
Why did it show up, though?
Oh my god, I didn't realize All Relevant was at the DNC. I didn't realize All Relevant was at the DNC in 96. Oh, there he is. I found him.
Yikes. Mike's braver than me on some of these jokes. I'll give him props for that. My argument was for in private, okay? Whew.
Every move. They're not obsessed.
Part 2. Now watch this one. Wait.
Are there more?
Didn't expect you to make racist jokes. What? I was calling him a nerd. The fuck? Get out of here, dude. Come on.
I was just calling him a nerd. I don't actually see skin color. Why would you try to play this one?
Calling him a fucking nerd. I was calling him an Urkel. You saying that if you could call me an Urkel if you want.
And then he stumbles right into another hole.
Oh my god, right on brand.
Jesus Christ. You woke scolds really are the worst. I was using the real N-word, the nerd. The nerd. By the way, nerd is the only N-word I'm ever gonna need, folks.
Quick, pivot.
Unlike Destiny.
And
This is like a Mike's greatest hit. Maybe I should hate watch more. This is actually kind of fun.
Destiny the woke scold.
I'm glad that you hopped on swiftly
though,
because
Destiny,
when I was approached for that panel,
Why day mode?
I was like, you got to get K swiftly
He
in
is woke
because
to me since he's on day
you're exactly
mode. That's
what
how
a
woke
lot
he
of us
is.
have
He's
been looking
using
for.
day
Someone who's
mode.
educated, but also like frankly more diverse. It's like necessary because it is the white debate lord fucking context always.
Right.
Like all relevant. The guy we were debating
Oh god, I don't want to talk about it.
is one of those doesn't break that white supremacist assumptions.
Doesn't break that white supremacist assumptions? Wait, I don't think I've seen this clip before. What the fuck does that even mean?
Day mode, Hunter of Night mode.
Wait, do you guys think Mike is actually racist? Not like said a word or whatever, because I've never given a fuck about that shit. I kind of wonder. Actually. Holy shit. Or maybe he's just trying to say he didn't think Irrelevant was going to vote for Biden. Maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe that's what he meant.
Been watching my every move. That's weird. And then here's the thing. I was like, how obsessed is that community with me? Like, am I wrong? Like, maybe I'm the asshole, right? Like, maybe I'm the asshole. Like, maybe they aren't obsessed. Maybe they aren't, obsessed. Oh, so then I went over to Destiny's.
So he's typing on his other monitor or whatever, trying to find threads, I'm guessing, about us, like, talking about him. We do shit on him. It's funny, too.
Subreddit, and I was like, they're probably not brigading and obsessed. Oh, wait! Mike from PA! 10 hours ago. I'm in the money.
Wait, he did it again! 1 year ago, these are when we were actively debating. Yeah, of course people are going to be making... Oh no, he fucked up again. Did he think it was going to be a whole bunch of shit, like recently? Rip. You could at least scroll down. If you're going to search on the other monitor, at least scroll down first.
I'm in the money. Boo, 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 boo. I'm in the money. Ba, ba, ba.
I wonder how much of these are even about him, because I know the Reddit search is really weird. Obviously, like the ones in the titles would be.
He should have searched for Redacted.
Post videos of Destiny getting owned for supporting Biden. Oh, that's going to have some Mike shit.
I'm in.
An open letter to Hasanabi. Destiny's becoming a bit too angry. The Slate Star Codex. Scott Alexander drama explained.
In the money. Ba, 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 da.
He should have searched for Redacted by Redacted.
Ba, 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 ba,
Using
ba,
Reddit
Redacted
search is
after
top
that.
tier
ba,
boomer.
ba.
Yeah, you should
By the way, my favorite thing about searching
Search it
Mike
with
from PA
Google.
is Destiny's
Or
community
DuckDuckGo.
being like, well, I don't like Mike, but he is right about X.
Wait, when does this happen? What?
I don't like Mike, but he is right about this. Destiny and Mike from PA comments from a master's student in industrial economics. Mike mentions the dimension of productivity. This is correct. It's important when discussing competitive advantage. Mike explains how American workers are more productive than outsourced workers in less developed countries, which is true.
These aren't things that I don't think I disagreed on. I'm pretty sure American workers are incredibly productive. Of course.
Mike says it doesn't matter if the worker from a less developed country is cheaper since they are less productive, which is false, but not very important. I'll explain. In other words, he's saying, I'm right. First of all, I might
How many months old is this conversation?
have overworked it. I said that that's probably not what my argument
Yeah, this thread ready. Think about it for a second. Yeah, maybe.
was. But the point is, he goes through this. The guy with the actual credentials, Mike is right. Mike is right. Mike is right. Destiny says is demonstrably false. Blah, 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 blah. But this is a standard, by the way, Destiny fan base obsessed with Mike from PA Post.
This was your TTP debate, so this was your 4th debate in 2019. Damn. So this was like 2 years ago?
Weird. And I didn't even search for redacted, right? This is, by the way, Destiny says he has I don't allow people to brigade. Okay, hold on. I don't allow people to brigade. Destiny being left as a redacted, not being redacted. Redacted from redacted.
That redacted up there, by the way, was about what was about Ellie Moon and the Bob 7 shit.
This is another thing this is another meme.
Redacted. I don't think all these redacteds are even Mike. Like, I think that last redacted was about Vaush, wasn't it?
This is
Redacted 1 is the Bob 7 shit. This is Mike. This redacted is about Vaush.
This is another thing this is another meme. Redacted banned from Twitch. Redacted from redacted. This is a picture from when I ran for office. They found a debate from when I ran for office, stole it from apparently PBS,
Stole it.
uploaded it, and it's been watched 2,325 times. My own community doesn't do this shit.
Is that a self-own?
So when I say they're obsessed, it's not me just making it up.
Yeah, what was that CTV shit?
So, like, here's me interrupting him with a hand gesture.
Park quote.
Dude,
From a CTV
being alpha
fan.
is so important to him. But here's a fun fact. Anybody that like unironically like tries to do like the alpha shit or whatever, or like unironically talks about like alpha beta shit, are all
sigmas?
by their own definitions
Unironic
betas, because they are
sigmas.
obsessed with how other people view them, and they have no
Unironic
self-esteem.
sigmas. Mike do be looking kind of clean in that news
And
clip.
it's like, holy
I did the hand thing, guys.
shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Still pathetic. Still
Holy
pathetic,
shit,
dude.
my dude.
Well, my glasses are terrible in that picture. Like, everything about this is cringe, okay? I'm not gonna lie. My drip was bad, okay? The suit, doesn't fit very well. It's a Bernie Sanders style fit. Like, listen. But I was a nerd who cared about issues and politics and shit. This is before I got totally radicalized. Mike from Redacted actually doxing people. So, the Mike from PA, I'm in the money. I'm in the money. Da 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 da. Why is it breaking? Like that's pathetic, dude. That's pathetic. If you can't explain how Destiny is a fascist, maybe you shouldn't call him a fascist. The word loses meaning when you throw it around.
Uh-oh. Wait, who's saying that? Is that a Destiny fan?
A Destiny sim.
Destiny is a
It is. Oh, I don't recognize the name.
Uh-oh.
fascist. Maybe you shouldn't call him a fascist. The word loses meaning when you throw it around. At a sock dem you disagree with. He is not a sock dem, you fucking dipshit. Destiny is a right-wing liberal. Now, I'm not using liberal in the sense that you use it, like an American newspaper. I'm talking about his political views are not to the left. They are to the right. A so-called classical liberal.
You know what would actually be a lot of fun?
First of all, like 98% of Americans are liberal in the sense that Mike is talking about. Now, maybe he thinks 98% of Americans are right wing. Actually, he probably does think that because he's a fucking moron. If Mike ever wants to have a debate,
oh my god,
over whether or not I'm a fascist or a right winger, that would actually be a fun debate. I'll accept that if he wants to. That would actually be a good meme.
This is a Tickmeister's dream that somebody calls them a, you know. You want to do the Tickmeister's work for them? Yeah, make an overstated claim like that.
He has some occasional, like, you know, socially progressive takes, but he's not even a sock dem.
Don't drop
He doesn't
that
believe in the
drink.
labor
Yeah, I know,
movement.
right?
He doesn't believe in a robust social safety net because every time a specific policy is proposed, he comes out against it.
Both of those are not true. I think labor unions are cool. Helps against monopoly power. Corporations, especially when labor can't adequately negotiate against capital for wages. I think labor is awesome. Also, I am in favor of social safety nets. That's why I'm a big fan of universal health care and expanded things like the earned income tax credit or unemployment. I think
I was trying to drink water,
really
but
good.
like I went and swallowed.
I don't know what else I can be in favor of, but okay.
He's a personal hypocrite when it comes to taxes. Like, come on, man. And he absolutely supports fascist street violence.
I pay all of my taxes. I don't support fascist street violence. I don't think self-defense is fascist street violence, but I mean, okay.
Against the left. That makes him, if not a fascist himself, fascist adjacent and supportive of fascist movements. He defended Kyle Rittenhouse and said that Kyle Rittenhouse was...
Because I know Mike is probably listening to this on a hidden account. If you want to be really smart, because I know that like sounding smart is obviously the most you can hope for, try to say like he's orthogonal to fascism. Makes you sound like fucking huge brained. I'd recommend that for your next little tirade that you're going on a stream about me.
Was a racist, and then a week later, Kyle Rittenhouse was caught in a bar with Proud Boys making the white power gesture.
The white power okay sign. Oh no. If I defended Kyle Rittenhouse's character, this would be a huge blow to my credibility. Good thing I said over and over and over again that I thought Kyle Rittenhouse was a fucking moron. Otherwise, I'd be super threatened by this.
Stop saying he's a sock dem. You're making sock dems look bad. And they don't need any help. Yesterday in Lumi's chat, we just concluded that Pepe ID is your personal antagonist. I mean, it's fun to make them mad because chat, the best life, the best thing in life is living well. The best thing in life is living well.
I thought the best thing in life was Valheim.
Damn CUH. How you doing?
You know, in the last 90 days, our channel has grown 156.3%. And that's well after the election. So, and by the way, chat, you know how I knew all this? You know how I knew all this? I went over to chat. You know how I knew all this? You know how I knew all this? I went over to the
Yeah, it's all about the context. I agree, Lurkus.
Okay, buddy, comrade. Is that Hassan's subreddit, or is that just like a left-leaning subreddit?
I went over to the Reddit, the old Destiny Reddit, because I became aware, like I can always detect when I'm being brigaded by by Destiny's community. I can always tell. I can always tell when I'm being brigaded, right? But here, it drives me insane that after all we learned about him, he has managed to become a semi-successful streamer. At least I've seen him break 1K viewers, and I swore I saw him at 3K. My average is 2K. Mike is a definition of bad faith and a horrible person to learn politics from.
True.
The fact that he, Vaush, and Hassan are growing worries me. That politics on Twitch has officially crossed from left of center to full-on lefty audience zone. Basically another bastion for Twitter lefties. Maybe it's always been this way, but since politics has had its second explosion of viewers in the past year, it feels like a lot more lefties than before. The good streamers like, I'm really important, Bastian, or even someone like RGR, just small fish in it. What they mean by this is sycophants of Destiny. Pathetic sycophants of Destiny.
Your movie sucks hosted you? Oh, what's up? I call him Adam, by the way. We're on a first name basis. But thank you for the host. We're watching a guy that regularly reviews my content right now. We're just checking in on him, see how he's doing.
Who never challenge him ever.
This is the best. We gotta get a human centipede of streamers like watching each other.
He averages over 2K and has over 4K subs and had close to 6K a few weeks ago. Hassan and AOC brought a lot of lefties to Twitch, and Mike has capitalized it. Wow, they're not obsessed.
I never saw this whole thing. I think I saw like a little a micro clip of this.
I think he actually does read my subreddit more than I do. That's impressive. Maybe we should make Mike a mod. Maybe he can keep tabs on what's going on in there.
Wow. Literally doing a pretty good, you know what, prize loss, let me say, you're doing a pretty good analysis of Twitch. Wow. I'm glad you're obsessed though. You know exactly what my sub count is and when. Are you still here? He doesn't seem to go on panels too much anymore to my knowledge. I know that Hassan hosted him. Hassan has not hosted me for over a year. Hassan has not hosted or rated me for over a year. We are friendly. He's brought me on his show a couple times in the past year. And, you know, he speaks nicely of me, and he reads my texts, and I'm a VIP, and he seems pretty positively disposed from me. But as far as like hardcore support, nah, dude. I found you from Acuity from Hassan's stream. Exactly. But like, you came here because you saw me and you were like, oh, Mike seems pretty interesting, and you went and watched me. It's not like Hassan is hardcore supporting me. Hassan is a friend of mine, or a positive acquaintance, a positive coworker. I don't want to overemphasize our relationship. We have a positive, friendly relationship, and we work together when it's appropriate, and we support each other generally, and we're friendly. We have a bridge, so to speak. But like, the idea that Hassan is the one who's just hardcore supporting me, and it's not my hard work, as well as Hassan's efforts, absolutely. But I also have relationships with TYT, I have relationships with MR, I have relationships with real politicians, like, and I put a lot of work in. You know? That's why people watch my stream.
True.
I found you through Hassan, and now you're 2 or 3. And Hassan is definitely a big, Hassan and Will definitely helped this channel grow, without a doubt. So I honestly think I found you because I watched Hassan, but I told you I found you on the top of Twitch one day and was like, yes. Yeah, exactly. Twitch also.
Remember who the first streamer was that helped this channel grow? Don't forget, guys. Who was it?
Sam Cedar.
It was Destiny. Don't forget.
It was Sam
So
Cedar.
helped push you, a lot of you here. So I'm sorry to go through this for so long. I apologize for spending 50 minutes on what amounts to
Malding on a tier list.
You know, making fun of what amounts to just kind of making fun of random people in Destiny's community and shit. But it's just pathetic, man.
True.
It's pathetic how obsessed they are. So I didn't even know you were in the election stream with Hassan, and I watched it. I found you independently of Hassan later. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow, really? I was in 2 streams with Hassan. You are more in the weeds. Hassan is like doing more entertainment stuff. Hassan does, you know, Hassan's a good streamer. I watched almost 600 hours.
Careful, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Of Hassan last year, so that's a lot for someone who also streamed nearly 2,000.
Poor man.
Wait, what did he say?
Olbermann?
You are more in the weeds. Hassan is like doing more entertainment stuff. Hassan does, you know, Hassan's a good streamer. I watched almost.
Did he say 60 or 600?
600 hours of Hassan.
Holy shit! 600 hours?
In how long? In a month?
What was the name of the email
there's
for
no way, right?
your recap for how much you watch?
In a year? 2000.
How the fuck do these guys have the time to do this shit? I need to take time off. These were my most watched streams of last year.
Real Hazaner.
600 hours on Hassan's stream means that Mike was watching it for 2 hours a day. Holy shit.
Which is not even like, what? Like, that's like a third of Mike's content, or of Hassan's content, or less. 300, just 300, and 300 on Bad Bunny.
On last year, so that's a lot for someone who also streamed nearly 2,000.
Mike from PA is Oberman's superior. There is no comparison.
Your conversation with other streamers are always insightful and excellent because when you need out on policy, etc., is when you're the strongest. Originally considered you a Hassan babysitting service, but I legit enjoy your stream. Thank you.
There's like 10% of Hassan's
Funny
stream a day.
DG likes IRI
like
when he used to call Demon and his viewers toxic.
No, but seriously, what does he do? Like,
then
does he do,
IRI,
like,
who's
12-hour
irrelevant?
streams?
I mean, he's irrelevant. Like, this is IRI. An IRI gets hardcore supported by.
Damn, dude. Imagine obsessing over numbers so much once you make it. I really do think that like levels of fame show you who people truly are. 1,000,000%. And the funny thing is that Mike is exactly the kind of person, if Mike were to fall down to the triple-digit viewer range, he would come crawling back. He 1,000,000% would be like, hey, like, I know we, had our blah, blah, blah. It was all fun and games. Like, do you want to do more content or whatever? 1,000,000%. When people are this obsessive, Hassan does this too. And Trainwrecks actually does this too to some extent, where they project so much their obsession with the numbers about how important it is to make sure that they're on top or that they have a certain viewer base and that people beneath them are below or under or less than them. Like, geez.
Like what CTV
Like, this is IRI. An IRI gets hardcore supported
if you get obsessed with numbers.
by Destiny's community. Hardcore supported by Destiny's community.
Hardcore, guys.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
You see all these like huge spikes? These are big raids. I don't get that shit.
Yeah, IRR seems pretty cool.
I think the biggest raid I've gotten recently was from Hutch.
Some
And then
live
before that, like 4 months ago,
energy.
was a Will raid that I was up at 3 a.m. for.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. Hardcore live.
So like, come on, man. Or like, Bastiat has been platformed on Vaush's show, which I have not, on Destiny's constantly, and has been hardcore supported by people like Destiny.
Hardcore.
These are Destiny raids. You see these spikes up to 1,000 viewer average days, right? So both of those people get way more support than I do. I found you through Vaush. I watched the Hippie Dippy podcast. I came to check it out. It took me a month to figure out who Hassan was. And by the way, I don't know why Vaush stands are like trying to throw shade on me in little cowardly backward ways all the time. I have done nothing to Vaush.
Oh, this is
Is it because
Sphere
like
program.
he's trying to worm his way back in with Destiny's
It's
good
like
graces?
a-
Like, what is this weird fucking? What is going on with him?
For a little bit, probably, yeah.
I agree with a lot of your
Planet
takes and agree that Destiny gives awful takes sometimes, but I think it's better optics if you leftists don't throw around
Logistics
fascism as a
simulator?
buzzword
Yeah.
because then no one
Logistics
recognizes
simulator,
a
that's a
legitimate
good name
fascist
for
like
what
Trump
it
because
does.
it's crying wolf. I mean, Destiny supported Kyle Rittenhouse and white redneck militias
It's
that went
definitely
3
on
months
my
later
wish
went
list.
and destroyed the Capitol
Yeah,
or
it's a
attacked
lot
the
like
Capitol.
Victoria.
His,
But you go
Jeez,
to
what a
different planets in
stretch.
this
Oh
one,
my god.
right? You can
Wow.
you can go out.
Now I've
and
supported
you're
the
in a
Capitol
robot
riots.
and you can like fly
Crazy
out
how
into outer
that
space
works,
and
huh?
go to different
he
planets.
supported white
and, like,
redneck militias
extract
like the
different
Proud
stuff
Boys and you know
Yep,
the Three
that's me.
Percenters
Yep.
or the Oath Keepers to keep down those Black Lives Matter protesters who were burning down Wendy's where a black man was shot, or burning down a police precinct that strangled a black man to death on the in front of a crowd.
Yeah, Dyson
Those
Sphere
were the
program.
those were the group. That's why you need to mow them
I
down
want to play
protect that
Valheim.
Wendy's.
That shit is addictive.
Where a black man
chat.
was murdered
I finally
because he
beat the
fell asleep
deer,
in his
that
car at a
fucking
drive-through,
deer,
or
after it
George Floyd
killed
was
my third
murdered
set
for
of
having
boars.
a counterfeit $20.
That motherfucking
Okay,
deer killed
real
3
quick.
sets of boars
Man,
that I trapped.
I hate, man, fuck. That black guy at the Wendy's shouldn't have been shot, okay? That was fucked up. But the black guy at Wendy's didn't get shot because he fell asleep in his car. He got shot because he wrestled with one of the cops,
tried to jack the taser from another one. I think fired the
Take
taser
16
at the other
gig of
cop as he
RAM.
ran away.
Only if
And then he
you
got shot in the
run it
back, which is
on,
fucked up. I don't know why the cop shot him. It was
or
clearly
something.
fucked
There's
up.
some Vulcan
But the guy
shit.
was not killed sleeping in his
It's like the
car.
graphics
He was killed as he was
program.
running away
If
from
you
the
do
cop
the
after
normal
stealing the dude's
graphics,
taser and shooting
I
at
think
him.
it's better.
Did he shoot it at him, or did he try to shoot it and fail?
Like, cause at first
I
tried
don't
to
remember
run it
100%.
with Vulcan
Maybe
or
he tried to shoot it
whatever,
and failed, but he stole the dude's
and
taser.
it failed so
and,
hard.
He did shoot it.
destroyed
Yeah,
my,
it's a little
my
bit of
frames.
a little different than being killed in his car, but okay.
Or Bill. Destiny supported those people. The 3%ers, the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys that attack Black Lives Matter. Because this dumb fuck thinks that property is worth more than human life.
Property is not worth more than human life, guys. Also, by the way, eat the rich. Also, by the way, violent revolution to secure our material
Team
conditions.
Board's free, gone,
Also,
but
by
not
the way, the rich
forgotten.
oppresses us using capital and material
Those assholes.
conditions.
I've gotta
But
get a
also,
safer,
property
I've
is
gotta
not
get a more
worth
secure. I'm gonna
life,
make
by the way,
my
guys.
keep more secure. I'm gonna make it
Not
so
in
those
some
evil
particular
things
edge
can't
case,
get in.
but in the general case. So that's pretty damn close to fascism as far as I'm concerned. Close.
That has, by the way, that has nothing to do with fascism whatsoever. Like property rights and defense of property and securing property, that's a pretty liberal position. Like it's just liberalism. Not only is that liberalism, I'm pretty sure that there are probably tenets of socialism as well that would probably, I guess it depends on how you want to go down that, but the idea that like property being stolen from you by, capital bourgeois that are stealing, like the whole exploitation of labor is in a sense a type of property theft. But I mean, like, that's kind of funny, but I guess fascism is just people who don't like.
Close enough for government work. They think you're a tanky. Tanky to Vaush is anyone who knows more about politics or theory than him. Oh, okay. I mean, let me just say this. I legitimately don't understand how you could think I'm a tanky. There's not one comment that I've made that could substantially be argued that I'm a tanky in the sense that it's actually used. What? Because I know USSR history and I just don't mindlessly repeat the Black Book of Communism? Or what? I've never heard Vaush talk bad about you. I think he thinks you. I don't think he. I think he's doing the Destiny thing of don't talk about Mike because I don't want to platform him. I like he legitimately.
Oh my God, is Mike just mad at Vaush because Vaush wouldn't invite him to a debate? Oh, that's so sad. I think he's legitimately ass mad about Vaush just because Vaush wouldn't have him on a debate.
Hush, man. Hush.
Oh no.
Treats me more of a leper than Nazis. Because for him, he can do well with Nazis. But for me, platforming me might get me viewers, which is bad according to Destiny. So in order to get into Destiny's good graces, you don't want to platform me. He pretty much doesn't platform me at all, which is weird. Well, can I get a definition of tanky? Basically, it means people who supported the USSR's brutal repression of some democratic socialist movements that happened in the Warsaw Pact bloc, in the Eastern Bloc. So the Soviet Union did send in tanks to suppress democratic socialist movements in the Eastern Bloc in the 50s. And tankies were people that defended that. Basically, they defended the USSR using repression against other socialists. Those are tankies. Now, it's a term that literally is completely irrelevant to today's politics because the USSR does not exist.
Because it was so peaceful up here, but now there are freaking communists
How many actual
invading
fascist regimes exist? By definition of what a fascist regime is. Is there right now, without saying like Turkey is fascist, or actually I shouldn't even ask that because I guess people would say the US is fascist.
Communist invading radicals.
Thank you so much, King William.
Because it was so peaceful up here, but now there are freaking communist invading radicals.
Everybody's getting emotes. Oh my god. Everybody's gonna have those emotes now.
But now there are freaking communists.
Sometimes it's used for people who do
Thank you so much for helping to
revisionism around the Holodomor famine in the USSR as well.
The famine.
Thank you, Go.
Nowadays, tanky just means authoritarian left. I mean, now it's expanded so much to be meaningless.
Oh no! By the way, Destiny's a fascist and Nazi, I guess. But also,
pretty sure he'd be willing to have a chat with you after he got back on Twitch. Anytime. It doesn't have to be negative, but I could just say I feel the negativity from that community, at least from the top. You know, I feel like there is a negativity that's associated with me, quote, being bad faith with Destiny. And then when I say, what was I bad faith on?
Radicals?
Nothing but silence. Normal Finkelstein on TrueDon said his mother was freed by Russia, and if you ever said anything bad about the USSR, she would call you a traitor.
Like, I remember when Destiny talked about the tier list, I only saw the tier list thing. I didn't really know I didn't realize they were watching each other. It's so much of each other's stuff now.
Call me a tanky, but I don't think the Holodomor was intentional. I think there is evidence that it was.
Oh, Mike's not a tanky. Nice job, Mike.
Have you seen the newer Destiny and Vaush convos? They don't seem to like each other. I think that Destiny doesn't like Vaush because Destiny is a jealous, petty piece of shit, and Vaush doing well offends his ego.
Definitely.
Because he's the walking definition of a Napoleonic complex.
Watch the projection here, boys.
Vaush.
And so Vaush wants to be friends with Destiny because he admires Destiny. And I think if you asked him that, he would admit it. But Destiny doesn't want to be Vaush's friend, but Vaush wants to be his friend. And if he has a problem with me saying that, please let me know.
Please, I want to debate. Please, I need the viewers. Please. Please debate me. Vaush,
do you think they don't platform you because you're an up-and-comer? That would make a lot of sense to Destiny. No, Destiny is opposed to the left, and he knows that I'm too effective at debating him and refuting his dumbass takes that he's scared. Basically, he knows that if he brings me on for a debate and he tries to bring up some fucking thing he Googled 5 minutes ago, I'm going to have the rebuttal to it. So he can't, like, beat me in a debate on policy. So he's got to do the other thing, which is attack me personally, circulate scurrilous and slanderous rumors, and just kind of...
Remember how every single topic we debated on regarding election outcomes, I was 100% correct on, and he was 100% incorrect on, despite the fact that he reminded me multiple times that I was just a stupid video game streamer. And he was mostly right about that. I did spend most of my time playing video games.
Ruin my credibility and also signal to his community that they're not welcome in his if they listen to anything I say. It's a social power move because he knows he can't win on, you know, in the marketplace of ideas. He's very effective at this kind of shit.
Was there drama, or is it just
like your content? Vaush is filled with a lot of people that hate Destiny. Like, yeah, true. By the by the way,
Mike was probably
what is this?
Who I want or who's
the
gonna
only
win?
thing kind of holding
who's gonna win.
Fuck them together. Does not vibe well.
I think
with the rest of MR.
Don pointed to you. How do you have to pick one? Destiny?
Who I want or who's gonna win? Who you think is gonna win?
What an idiot!
Fuck.
I'm sorry, these never get old.
Idiot! What a stupid fuckhead! What a moron! What a dipshit! Good one. Hey, you can't stream this within streams. 2 months ago, I told him for 3 hours.
This clip was so good before whichever one of you dumb fucks out of this stupid fucking music. God, you guys ruin memes.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.
Okay.
So the guy pays for my...
Okay, well, that sheds a little bit more light on that. I think, okay. So this, wait.
Do you guys remember that? Now, there were other people. For example, Vaush. This goes straight out to Vaush. Vaush was one of those people who spent most of his time punching left. I mean, we have a bunch of other irrelevance, but mostly Vaush. I really want to point out to Vaush here. Vaush is the #1 candidate, and I'd be happy to talk to him. And by the way, chat, we had some DMs.
Sam and David Pacman should join force.
I continually challenge Vaush.
Sam is far from David Pacman.
I continually
hey, Kevin.
Say, hey, man,
how's it going?
Come on, I'll have a conversation.
Oh my god, did you cover this too today, Kevin?
I said, I heard you've mentioned me on stream a few times. Want to have a chat?
Your IRL name is Sam too.
And he said, you come up because you're related to Destiny's anti-left arc, I think, like Hassan. Was there
Destiny really hates the Curb Your Enthusiasm meme.
This is April 27th. He says,
the whole thing. What a shit show. Let me know if I'm missing something, okay? I watched the Destiny Mike clip about the tier list that kind of set Mike off.
And why it is bad to just capitulate without
and then this
making
is
demands.
The Mike clip. We're kind of in the middle of the Mike versus Vaush, because we started off with that, and then somebody gave me this. We're like putting it all together.
Howard played a clip of mine out of context where Lucid Fox and I were having a conversation, and he said, we should stop talking about national politics and we should just talk about local politics and mutual aid. And I said, that's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I remember we watched
the audience for that would be very small. We cannot stop talking about national politics. That's an organizing principle. And he played a clip of me on his stream. So not only
David Pacman eats ghosts
by me in DM
and power pills,
this little rat fuck then went and talked about me on
neoliberal Pac-Man. I get it.
Very topic that we're now dealing with now, where I said we have to pressure these people and we have to have real concessions.
Chuck Todd is a hack. Pac-Man isn't. One part of Roman Holiday?
The one in which you said you didn't do streams on direct action because it would hurt your audience. I said, yeah, that's totally out of context to the point of being an outright lie. And then, so
now I have the Curb Your Enthusiasm song in my head.
Vaush really is a rat fuck, just so you understand this. Not only does he doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground, he's a rat fucker. Then he went and talked about me again recently, saying how I was being petty for not supporting Destiny.
You just wish he was edgier.
In Omaha.
Classical liberal Pac-Man would be such a terrible game.
Can't look at a race and realize that is the centrist right-wing candidate.
Maybe Pac-Man not being edgy is what we need.
I'm not going to support the centrist right-wing candidate in the Democratic primary because they make id poll.
It's because Pac-Man's brand is to be a journalist, not biased.
People were bringing this up
DMs between, oh yeah. So wait, where did they put out was this on Twitter that
he only likes to punch people that don't know how to debate.
His DMs with Vaush? They were so cordial and polite to each other before Mike went on this deranged rant about him on stream.
Now,
I would like to. Would it be cool to get Vaush and Mike sync together?
Vaush, you're dumb. You're a little rat.
Wait, for the Vaush stream.
Destiny's cock and humiliating yourself. Eventually, one day, Senpai will forgive you.
Mike leaked them today on Twitter, I'm guessing.
So anyway,
Goldilocks over here.
And here, in case you think that I am, in case you ever think like, oh my God, Mike from PA would never go and debate Vaush or Destiny. I slap these fuckers around. They're scared. They're scared.
Call them betas. That's what you do.
And I have tried. I've bent over backwards.
This is just Mike's way of making his channel grow.
Be like, hey man, stop that.
Pac-Man is as big as Tim Pool at this point. Nice. I didn't realize that, John. That's big. It's really big. Bitware of Pac-Man's take on the coverage of the Bolivian coup. Good point, yeah. Yeah, that is the area where Pac-Man tends to fall down. Is
DSA, and then it turned out that
South America coverage. If you like Redacted from Redacted and think Vaush is bad, so you must donate to the stream. So it says Vaush bad, Vaush bad, Vaush bad.
The real left, not the Beverly Hills left, was saying, what, fuck you, Destiny?
Oh, that's a dig at Vaush, yeah.
Continually, I continually challenged him. So I've challenged him like 10 times, and every time he's backed down. So I figure, you're going to talk shit about me on your stream, and I've been nice and challenged you privately. Now it's time to go public and say, hey, you're
I swear, Vaush and Destiny live rent-free in Mike's soul. Beverly Hills left. Everything's Sag.
Well, let's see if his little
Pac-Man's total monthly views equal, if not slightly, edge Tim Pool's 3 channels. Nice, I didn't know that. I wonder if Pac-Man has
a... who doesn't know shit.
I wonder if Pac-Man has a skate mansion in his house. Do you think he has, or maybe he has something better than a skate mansion?
Anyway, I kept.
What would Pac-Man have in his house? Maybe like a grotto that's also a water slide. You can like, there's like a grotto that goes through his house that also functions as a water slide. Oh my god, I can so imagine that. David Pac-Man in this cute little like.
Wait a minute, we're allies?
I just imagine Pac-Man in like swim trunks, but they're like kind of long. Like... Anyway.
This Destiny drama affects me too.
I've heard some sketchy stuff like cryptocurrency.
Up Destiny's ass that he thinks Destiny, what happens to Destiny, affects him.
Oh, Progressive Voice Sahil, friend of the VOD, yeah.
That's bigger
friend
than
of the VOD, Sahil,
and still
Progressive Voice.
Their piss ass.
Wait, is that the right? Is that I'm thinking of the right dude? Sahil is Progressive Voice. Pac-Man totes has a grotto water slide. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? If you were Pac-Man, I would totally have a grotto slide.
For example, Vaush. This goes straight out to Vaush. Vaush was one of those people who spent most of his time punching left.
I used to watch Sahil before I streamed.
I mean, we have a bunch of other irrelevance, but mostly Vaush. I really want to point out to Vaush here. Vaush is the #1 candidate, and I'd be happy to talk to him. And by the way, chat, we had some DMs. I continually challenge Vaush. I continually said, "Hey, man, you
wait? No, that's my thing. I'm supposed to be the one who challenges Vaush. Why can't he actually mispronounce it every time?
I heard you've mentioned me on stream a few times.
Even conservatives manage as much. Or Brits. Have you ever heard how Brits say it?
And he said, you come up because you're related to Destiny's anti-left arc, I think, like Hassan. Was there something in particular you wanted to talk about? This is April 27th.
You know, like when you say but you pronounce every single... You go through every vowel in the pronunciation.
We can discuss applying a pressure to establishment politicians and why it is bad to just capitulate without making demands.
Sam Cedar mentioned that as a tactic. Wait, what is a tactic? Only facts. John
and then
would have guessed that. Guess Rogan Bump has done him good.
Played a clip of mine out of context where Lucid Fox and I were having a conversation.
This is deeply offensive to my people.
We should stop talking about national politics. We should just talk about local politics.
Differently.
And I said, that's fucking stupid. The audience for that would be very small. We cannot stop talking about national politics. That's an organizing principle. And he played a clip of me on his stream. So not only was he being challenged by me in DMs, this little rat fuck then went and talked about me on his stream. About this very, very topic that we're now
This gives me pregnant vibes.
Now, where I said, we have to pressure these people and we have to have real concessions.
Nocommentchick.
And then he said, the one in which you said you didn't do streams on direct action because it would hurt your audience. I said, yeah, that's totally out of context.
Think so.
The point of being an outright lie.
We kind of started in a weird place. We started with Vaush's and Vaush. I said it weird now.
Anyway, this little rat fuck.
I said it like an American.
Vaush really is a rat fuck, just so you understand.
Vaush.
Not only does he doesn't know his ass from the hole in the ground.
Anyway.
He's a rat fucker. Then he went and talked about me again.
We started with
saying how I was being petty for not supporting
when they talked on
Vaush's
stream.
As if this brain dead fucking moron can't look at a race and realize that is the centrist right-wing candidate in a Democratic primary. Yeah, I'm not going to support the centrist right-wing candidate in the Democratic primary because they make id poll statements. People were bringing this up in his subreddit yet, calling you a grifter yesterday, defending Destiny's incest and N-word. That's because Vaush is a coward. He only likes to punch people that don't know how to debate. He's scared of me. He's got a little bussy, and he's stupid. Now I just
the bussy.
Vaush. That was an attack.
Oh, it's busy beefing with XQC.
You're a little rat,
yeah.
You're a coward. keep sucking Destiny's cock and humiliating yourself. Eventually, one day, Senpai will forgive you. So anyway, just and in here, in case you think that I am, in case you ever think like, oh my God, Mike from PA would never go and debate Vaush or Destiny. I slap these fuckers around. They're scared.
I would take it as a compliment.
They're
yeah,
scared.
Destiny just isn't that like saying you're tight? That's like a compliment, right? I don't know.
I've bent over backwards to try to
cute little bussy.
Be like, hey man,
right?
Stop that. If you want to have a conversation, anytime,
like a nussy. But in the back.
And then I messaged him. I just find it odd that you're. Remember when Destiny lied about the Atlanta DSA and Vaush jumped to attack the Atlanta DSA, and then it turned out that Destiny was lying the whole time about that.
But buddies, yeah, that one's like very.
My time in Georgia.
It sounds like homophobia from a 15-year-old boy or something, you know.
DSA, while the rest of the online left, the real left, not the Beverly Hills left.
Oh, we have watched this. We did watch the Beverly Hills left.
Remember that? Continually, I continually.
Okay, so this was on Destiny. This was what part of what Destiny was watching then.
So I figure you're gonna talk shit about me on your stream, and I've been nice and challenged you privately. Now it's time to go public and say, "Hey, you're a coward, and you were wrong again." We'll see if that. Well, let's see if his little piss baby audience has the ball. Well,
piss babies.
That he won't take.
Is that what he calls the audience? The piss baby, piss babies.
Because he's a piss baby who doesn't know shit.
Yo, that sounds like something that like a SJW streamer would say about Destiny or Vaush. Oh yeah, he's such a piss baby.
In Dylan's chat why they weren't supporting progressive candidate that other progressives of the state are backing it actually has a chance of winning. That's really terrible.
Oh, I'm just noticing his catchphrases.
Drop the drama. We are allies. Wait a minute. We're allies?
They were just yelling at each other. Yeah, that comes up later in a second here.
I even watched this thing.
It was bad.
This
I watched part of it live.
Drama affects me too.
I thought these were like 7-minute clips. What am I watching?
This dude is so parasocially on Destiny's ass that he thinks Destiny
parasocial daddy time
affects him. Imagine being a content creator that's bigger than another creator and still being their pissant.
Being their pissant. This is so... Yeah, God.
Do you guys remember
the clip is looping? Oh my God. Okay, wow. How did I not notice that? Oh my God.
Vaush.
Well, I know it's looping. Now, did it really loop? Did we really watch it all the way through and I like didn't notice that we were watching it a second time?
Done literally nothing for the left.
This is like what I need for reading comprehension.
Never do anything healthy
it's like Teletubby, like clip.
Zero charity, zero
unity,
like,
again.
Privileged white kid from Beverly Hills who got a degree in sociology, and that's the extent of his experiences. Well, his other experience is sucking Destiny's cock. Or being a Destiny sycophant, if that is not clear enough.
Well, it's like if you end up on the island with Destiny, and Destiny wakes up before you do, then, you know, and Destiny has all the coconuts, you don't really have...
He just makes the dumbest possible
You know, it just makes sense that you
and then goes, haha, I was just parroting the centrists. To be a leftist, you have to actually be a leftist. To infight with someone, you have to be a leftist. What he's doing is he's punching me. I'm not punching at him.
Never return to Coconut Coercion Island, where we see the true meaning of property as theft and the consequences thereof.
Does that make sense? Meet with them if I canvas. They'll never know.
Like, I would say that minus the toxic masculinity, you know, aggressive posturing, it is like the perfect metaphor for capitalism.
200 additional
and I guess Destiny liked it too. I still haven't watched his reasoning for why he gave the debate to Vaush. Vaush? I can say no. I can't. No, I'm not sure about how the vowel is pronounced instead of Bastier. But I'm guessing that he liked the metaphor.
Thank you, SXN.
It might be.
I wonder how Destiny would deal with that.
Lefty Twitch
pronunciation machine broke. I am so bad at pronouncing names. Vaush. I'll buy that at this point, Kevin. That sounds more real than what I've been saying.
So let's look at his
now
chat.
I'm calling him Vaush or something.
Call out Vaush. Mike for PA for being a grifter's
It sounds weird when I say Vaush.
Redacted. Fuck Redacted.
His opposition.
Vaush.
A woman by the name of what's her name?
I like Bastier, but I don't think he's a good debater.
Hey, you have an opinion on
well,
the
it's hard when somebody's like using fucking sexually charged like thought experiments on you. That was pretty aggressive.
Destiny supports. Is Destiny a leftist?
I almost felt bad for Bastier because of that.
Hey, Pixel. Thanks for the raid. Destiny would never be spiteful. Meanwhile, I'll just have you know, chat.
He's a lawyer. He needs to toughen up.
Lie about me constantly.
I call him Bushy Pushy.
Literally making things up.
And I confirmed it with Vaush that it's not a slur.
Cringe clip, which they've totally constructed their own narrative for, all the way to Mike lied about being a liar. Hey, Pixel, thank you so much for the raid. Rhodium, thank you for that.
Destiny is a
calling
love
out somebody right now, so this is a bad time to raid, but it is what it is. They lie about me constantly.
Dominated me with coconut fendom on Deep Throat Island.
Stuff in a second, but I want to talk to you about the enablers of people like Joe Biden and Kirsten Sinema, the fake leftists like Vaush. The enablers. The people that got us where we are today.
This is your fault,
The
Vaush.
people that say vote blue no matter who in April.
This is your fault.
And then are too cowardly to defend that position.
Vaush Toro.
I was there for it. I was there for the cringe. It was made up for the record. Of course it was made up. Also, they tried to say that I supported Joshua for Congress. Here is my position on Joshua for Congress. You know what? If Joshua wins, I will kiss his feet. I'll beg his forgiveness. I'll say he's a genius and I'm an idiot. And I will crawl on my hands and knees and say, you were right, I was wrong. I never thought that the Essential Workers Party was going to win, but you did it.
I didn't know that.
He's retweeting things, comparing himself. And you know what? Anyway, let's watch this clip.
Chat said earlier, what's the Kimara Snipes. I looked into her and she seems like a good candidate. She's not like a Republican or anything like that.
He said Tamara Snipes. It's Kamara Snipes.
Anyway, that kind of behavior. I mean, we're all we're all trying out here, you know?
He absolutely did. At the very beginning of the thing. Okay.
This is about real life politics.
Anyway, Vaush rightfully thinks that he can't get involved in real life politics because he said tactical N-words. And you know what, Vaush? You're right. You're absolutely right. When Destiny told you
what was the Orbust at?
He was wrong. When Destiny said white men could make jokes about the N-word or supported incest and you, or, you know, all that other stuff, and you adopted those views publicly, you no longer became viable in real life politics. You became a fringe internet show for weirdos. That was a decision you made. People like me told you it's never acceptable for a white person to use the N-word, no matter the context. Because we don't get to use that word. Why? Because it was created to uphold American apartheid, racism. It was instantly to dehumanize any black person in the presence of any white person. So we don't get to use that word anymore if you're committed to equality.
What's wrong with weirdos?
Did you see his most recent video about the tactical N-word? I don't care. I don't care. Vaush is against the $15 minimum wage. You know you're a lib as fuck when FDR would have argued against you. Yeah, I know. He attacked people for being in favor of a $25 minimum wage, which while it would be one of the highest minimum wages we've ever had, by productivity, that's not that crazy of a thought. In fact, the fact that someone who thinks they're on the left thinks something like a $25 minimum wage is ridiculous shows you just how far right our conversation is. So when you have so if Vaush ever went to the Senate, this is what Vaush would look like.
I don't think it's a word.
Cinema. And he would make every single step to the right away. He would justify it as tactically necessary. Because he has no principles. Okay? He would go, well, you know, it's harder for me to raise money, which means it's less likely that I win the election if I... So, you know, harm reduction
just call
tells
Vaush
me that
Kristen
I need to accept
Cinema.
money from the corporations in order to beat the Republican. QED, I win. Utilitarianism. We got it. Christian Cinema walked into the Senate carrying a large chocolate cake, tapped Mitch McConnell on the shoulder,
and
said, hey,
didn't think that I could respect Mike any less, but when he said that Vaush isn't a leftist because he doesn't think Destiny is a Nazi, that's a new low.
Voted down like this. Voted down a $15 minimum wage.
Gotta keep hitting local elections, at least where I am. Mike is gonna obsess about Vaush
back over
from
the
now
summer
on.
Chat. When I challenge Vaush.
So Vaush is worse than Mitch McConnell? Okay, now I'm saying it right. Vaush, right? Vaush. That's how you say it, not Vaush.
Here, let me show you some of that.
Well, the immediately multiplying the wage seldom is a bit of a canard. That's never how minimum wages are implemented.
To be friendly.
You're lucky if the minimum wage, whatever gets implemented, like usually they take like
still goes out of the
5 years or more to even go into effect. It's like a slow thing, and it's like, okay, first the really big franchise businesses, you have to do it. Now the
that's the only
slightly smaller businesses, like it's almost never implemented as just like a Thanos snap 25 an hour, right? Because they understand that that would cause disruption in the economy. The overall long-term growth might be the same or better, but it would cause momentary disruption. So that's why they like kind of space it out
the minimum wage
to minimize that.
Vaush is a
there are multiple ways to pronounce his name.
But continue running the Vaush show. He will never do anything healthy for the left. $0, 0 effort, 0 charity, 0 unity, 0 experience. Privileged white kid from Beverly Hills.
25 is closer to the productivity adjusted. That's true. That's true. I was going to say, yeah, it's like 23, 25 or something productivity adjusted. So yeah, you're right. It is closer.
Or
500 minimum wage now, or you are a neolib forever. Yes, which by default, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Vaush likes to do this.
But 15 would be doubling. See, the only reason that 15 is doubling is because this thing's languished for a long time. Our democracy hasn't been taking care of business. Like, right? They should have either put it in place where it automatically moves up with inflation, or they should have been raising it along with inflation. They've failed to do that for a really long time. That's the reason it's gotten so far below, you know, where it just literally hasn't been raised in that long. So saying that it's like a doubling and it's like unprecedented, oh my god, we've never raised minimum wage like this before. That's like a little bit of a canard. It's like, yeah, we haven't because those corporations have had it too good. They've had it way too good for too long. Those lazy corporate bitches.